Yo, what's going on, guys? Getting a little Friday morning video out for everybody, just so I could explain, what I'm looking for, and maybe a little bit better enhancement. You guys get a better visual of the charts going forward. Um, I want to talk about today's pre-market session. I also want to talk about yesterday's because they're almost completely identical to each other with the large gap up, kind of like that topping pattern up here, sort of a consolidation. Um, but for now, we're going to focus on the daily chart. And if we go over here, our last entire month of August has pretty much been an up and down consolidation period between the range of about 280, 282 up to the highs over here at 294. So with the high being up here, we have a tight resistance level at 294.37. I want you guys to mark this on your charts because it's going to be in play today. This is my main upside level for right now, and I'll tell you why. Given the fact that it is the top of this consolidated range, and it's also a pretty affected, it was a gap support here. It's just that it's a important support resistance from the previous chart history. Now, I think if we're gapping right near this level, on a gap of this size, we could sort of see either an open below it and have it act as a resistance, or an open above it and have this act as a support to move higher. Now, we definitely have room to move higher. As we look here above this 294.37, we have room to 295.30. That's a dollar on the upside before we get into any sort of major resistance. And I want you guys to focus on this level because that top Bollinger Band is starting to get constricted right towards the top of that level. And you guys know when we pierce our Bollinger Bands on either the upside or the downside, price typically tends to work its way back within the range. An example over here, worked back in, you got to pull back. Oversold here, worked back in. We got near our support again. A resistance on the 13 EMA, and it's pretty much held. And recently we gapped over this, and I was talking about this yesterday, and why it's big for the bulls is that we gapped over our mid Bollinger Band, the yellow line, and the white 13 EMA. Now that's strong for us. Now if we go into today's session, this is fairly overextended for myself. Like I said yesterday, the game plan was to look for some sort of overextended move to the downside and buy up the support. Now, the gap was large, yes, but if we go into our 5-minute and look at yesterday's chart, we got super overextended. You can see the kind of volume that came in on this candle. Very overextended. We pierced our bottom Bollinger Band by, quite a lot. So you could have bought calls here and, pretty much held for the rest of the day as a swing. It looks like the same sort of topping formation today that we've seen in the yesterday's session. So we're looking again today to, focus in on, is this gap up going to be too large for more buying to come in? Is this gap going to hold? Is this gap going to have some sort of selling come in at the, near the open where we're going to get oversold and, come back and test this support here, this 293.41. That's going to be my main support in today's session. Now, if we go back to our daily chart, this 293.41 is very key as well. It's also somewhat of the top on our balancing period here. We've had a few daily closes at it, an open, I mean. So we're going to be focusing in on, if you guys want to mark these on your chart, we got 295.30 on the top, 294.31 on the bottom, and 293.41. And then below 293.41, we work back into our 292. So we have 292.87, 292.28, and then, we work down that way. So I want to focus in on today finding some sort of overextended move to the downside. If we get closer to this gap over here, which will fill it around the 293.18 level, or we come back down to test 293.41 and we're a bit oversold on our short-term indicators and look for a bounce play on that level. So definitely keep 294.37 in mind and the 293.41 level in on today's session. I think they're both going to be in play. Let's see if volume comes around. I know it's a long weekend. It's possible that volume's pretty dry today, so there might be a quick little hour and a half this morning for opportunity, and then below that, who knows? Probably hit the beach. I'm going upstate for the weekend. I got a house up there on a lake. I'm excited to go get away for a little bit and enjoy the long weekend. Remember, we're off on Monday, Labor Day weekend, so I'll talk to you guys in chat, but just definitely wanted to get this video out to you guys so you sort of see this with the visual, and we could talk a little bit more about it in detail. And so yeah, we'll kill it today. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me in chat. No problem. Be happy to help you out. So I'll talk to you then.